85 South show has a Netflix special on.
Oh yeah.
That was about to be so stupid. They're on Netflix, obviously. They have a Netflix, special.
on
They have a
Netflix.
Netflix special for the 85 South show or the 85 South show podcast. And I think this is the first technical time we've seen a podcast get a Netflix special.
Yeah.
We've never seen that before, but they're in that position.
They opened up new doors.
They kicked the door open with that move.
They really ushered it. I remember like years ago they was doing their podcast in stadiums.
Yeah.
Like they would each come out and do their own set, and then they would like come together. and
Exactly.
That was one of the
show up.
first. My fault, but that was one of the first live podcasts I ever heard of.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, for sure. Me too. Yeah. And
But it's
it
a
was,
live podcast or live improv comedy?
It's perfect.
It's
you know what I'm saying?
both.
It's both. Yeah.
because
it's
they're
both.
all comedians, so they can each go out and do their own set,
Facts.
which
Yeah.
they do, and then they come together and just fuck with the crowd.
And we've seen it live before, but we've only seen two of them. But
yeah.
It's
So
cool.
what? And that almost made me nervous because they posted to promote the Netflix special, right? Bruh, I don't know if I just caught it at the wrong time or I was in the wrong comment area thread. I read like 7 comments back to back that were like, I'm disappointed. I was excited for this and it wasn't funny. Like they were low key shitting on the special. And I was like, just nothing. I just couldn't accept it. I was like, what the hell? Like,
because we've seen this before. Like
I've
we know
seen
how
this
it
before,
is.
and I'm like,
you know,
maybe they started off a little slow, but there's no way it was trash. I've never seen these people come together and be trash.
it wasn't trash, but I was a little disappointed.
I will say that it started off slow. The actual
off slow?
Netflix special, it started off slow.
Are there clips of this?
I don't have any clips.
Yeah,
It's on Netflix though.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
so because they're all stand-up comedians, just talk about it's just so interesting them coming together. Anyway, everything about their career is battle tested for what they do
Yes.
now.
Yeah.
Wildin'
They're
Out.
great.
Then they did Wildin' Out for 10 years. Then Wildin' Out did their tours. Remember
Yeah.
that?
Yep.
So then they're all stand-up comedians. So they can do a live podcast, but they can bust it down as a comedy show. Each have
Yeah.
a set, and then you get 85 South show at the very end. You know what I mean? So it's like
they're their opening acts.
they're
It's
their
kinda
opening
crazy.
acts and they're the finale. So it's crazy
They
that
don't gotta pay nobody else.
yeah. So, and then when we do get somebody else, it's somebody that we've
the
already.
family.
It's Clean English. It's Nav Green. You know what I'm saying? It's
Duvall.
it's
Oh shit! I found a clip that's on YouTube, and the first comment was, "Sorry, this is not funny."
So,
So I saw the hate was
I'm
kind
gonna send
of
this to the group chat.
okay.
All right.
Yeah.
how do you feel about the nature of it? Did it feel a little? It felt a little more scripted than
Like
normal.
manufactured because
Yeah.
it's
It felt
a
like they
different
had,
level.
like they had to put it together a little bit differently to be safe, to be
It's-
fair. Like
it's a different level of angst that comes with like having a Netflix,
special.
That's
So
what-
it's like they
yeah.
want to make sure that it goes over well. So they,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
You
saying?
the first one through the door. You got to make sure every
Yeah.
angle in here is correct.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So sometimes it looked like I saw that some of this stuff was like really planned and I could see it. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, that was different than how I'm used to like engaging with them. I'm used to them coming off the cuff or feeling like it's coming off the cuff at
And
least.
then, you know, like I've heard some comedians talking about how like filming in a theater, it completely changes the whole aspect.
Yeah.
Like
Compared to
more
that comedy
trolls are gonna
club.
want to like get up because you're filming a special.
Yeah.
Like the act of filming a special, it's a different energy.
And even then, it's like when you're filming a special, there's so much technical shit that goes into that because you could be killing in that room, but us at home, we might not feel the same energy that
Right.
the crowd is having
That's
if
true.
they're not
That's a
mic'd
big
up properly.
thing.
If the
Yeah.
laugh, like you kind of need a laugh track.
That's true.
because it
You gotta
it
be able to
makes
hear.
everything funnier.
That's true.
Which
You
is
have to be able to hear the crowd
Because we laugh at laughing.
It's completely
You know what I'm saying?
necessary.
We
So
laugh
I
at
would-
laughter.
So
And even Andrew Schultz, he was talking about the ins and outs when he was doing his Netflix special. Like you gotta mic the crowd up so the energy is the exact same in your living room as it
True.
is in his
That
auditorium.
it makes complete sense, and that was why when I saw those things, I was like Ooh, it's louder. It was when you put the headphones down, it was loud on the mic.
Shit was
But
nasty.
it was we've seen them live. So during the pandemic in 2020, Carlos and them were doing a tour still, but they did it at drive-in theaters. So
That's dope.
Fire, bruh. So we went out there and it was like kind of over there, like on that Charlotte side, like outside of Charlotte, but one of them like smaller country towns outside of Charlotte. Bruh, that shit was amazing, dog. Funny as hell. They did stand up. Chico was a surprise guest. He wasn't even on the flyer. So Carlos was on the tour,
That's
So-
an interesting move because Chico's
Yeah.
from Greensboro, so you would think that they
Exactly.
would want
Yeah.
his notoriety and
Exactly.
his hometown club.
So when he came out, it was even more lit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Nigga, Chico's here. You know what I'm saying?
That's why they saved him like
That's
that.
why
yeah.
they saved it, and it's always gonna go over well, and it's just fun. But they did their stand-up comedy sets. The shit was hilarious.
Yeah.
All of it, and then they got on stage for 30 minutes together, and just was doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? So when I was seeing the comments of the people saying, "Man, this isn't funny," I'm like, they must not understand what their show is. Now, when I did watch it, I'll give you all just like a breakdown of how the structure went. They come out. Their shows are always crowd work. You can, even when you see their clips go viral, if you've never been to an 85 South show, their clips go viral because of them working the crowd all the time, messing with the person in the wheelchair in the front row. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Andrew Schultz.
You know, talking about somebody's titty or a midget jumps on stage. You know, it's all that. So they started the show with that for the first half, and then they were also roasting each other. But the roasting each other wasn't funny. That was the part that wasn't funny because
Yeah, I was about to say that's the clip that I sent in the group chat. We might have to react to that. shit.
okay. So yeah, that part it wasn't funny because I'm 10 years into seeing them roast each other. They don't even roast each other because they did it so much in the first 3 years. You know what I'm saying? I like, so I don't need that, and it wasn't funny to me. Now it might be funny to somebody who's never heard these jokes before. DC skinny, you know, Chico's built, you know what I'm
It's
saying?
like Gilly calling Wallow the prison lifeguard.
Exactly.
The shower lifeguard.
Chico's hair is not a shock anymore. We saw the whole grow out.
Nigga, you're bald.
All of those jokes dominated the first half of the special. And this is a 1 hour special, and that dominated the first 30 minutes. And then what was the interlude was 𝙿𝙾𝚂𝚃 comes out. That was lit. That was pretty dope because they're in Atlanta as well. They were in
Okay.
College Park. So it was lit. 𝙿𝙾𝚂𝚃 got hits. He did 2 hits, got up out the way.
Yeah.
That second half was funny, though.
Do you think that this material was for people who are being introduced to them for the first time or for their home audience? Because this is a Netflix
First
look.
time.
So
First
there's
time.
going to be white
First
America
time.
that's never seen you before.
First time. And apparently they just did Brilliant Idiots. They took
I saw that, yeah.
Black Mirror out of the #1 trending spot on Netflix.
Yeah, they took that
Huge.
first position.
They took that first
They
position.
really was proud of that. They
That's
mentioned that
huge.
a couple times.
That's
Exactly.
huge, bro. Because Black Mirror is a big ass show that caters to everybody.
And it has a lot of names.
it has a lot of names. That show don't have no culture to it. That's just a good show.
just a good show.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
Squid Games.
Exactly.
Game of Thrones.
Everybody, we're all watching. You know what I'm saying? So
But 1 out
Walking
of
Dead.
10.
1 out of 10,
Like,
I would give it like a
With the show, the podcast?
the
Yeah.
special. I'm just supposed to rate it on the funny or everything.
Everything. You have to rate it on
I give it an
everything.
8.
At 8. It's
As
not
everything,
even that bad.
everything
It's not
all
that bad.
together, and that's just because. And I'm giving. And when I say everything all together, I mean the fact that this shit was even done. The second half to me was funny enough that made me wash away the first half. Like I was okay with them starting the crowd off in these new eyes, real light and easy like that, because I thought the second half was that funny. You know what I'm saying? So because on the second half there was like at least 2 to 3 moments I bust out loud laughing.
Okay.
You know, so I had at least 2 to 3 of those moments on that back half.
Okay.
No questions asked. And then they chose to have Dungeon Family as the closers.
A word.
And I thought that was great too.
It's a nice touch.
Yeah, and they were in a College Park. They were in Atlanta. Now, one thing that I did find interesting as well too is that their target demo, their demographic was interesting. I thought I've seen their target demographic on videos and stuff like that, but there were a lot of people in there. I would say they were like 35 to 55.
Some older people.
Yeah.
I would
Oh,
say
you were
30
surprised by that?
It seemed like College Park. It seemed like that crowd seemed like there was more on the 45 to 55 side than when
Yeah.
I've seen their clips on Instagram.
Right.
I feel like the clips on Instagram, it's more speckled with older people attending.
But it felt 50-50 in this one.
That one felt more like 70-30. You know what I'm
shit.
saying? Like it felt like more older people at that one than I typically see in their crowds.
Right.
Which
They-
it could be the area. I don't know what that could be.
They bring out older people
do.
in general.
They
though.
do, but they kind of cover a decent age
yeah,
range
they
as
do.
well too.
Yeah, they do.
Because I think DC's the youngest.
He is.
Yeah.
And Chico's between him and Carlos.
Carlos
And Carlos
is definitely the
is
oldest.
And they've
Almost
done
40 or on the back end of 30s.
they've done college tours too.
Yeah.
Like, I think they went to FAMU.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like, so the younger crowd, they definitely like.
Couple HBCUs to fuck with them.
Yeah, their live shows are good. I mean,
Their live shows are great, man. And
yeah.
I'm biased about them, but I would. It was good. It was good for. I'm still 15 minutes left though, so I haven't finished
Oh, okay,
it. I
okay.
still have 15
Nigga,
minutes
15
left.
minutes ain't gonna save. How
No,
long
it was
the
an
special?
hour. It was an
Yeah,
hour.
yeah. So I have 15
It's a
minutes.
quarter.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
I was
quarter.
about to
It's a
say, an
quarter
hour
of the time.
makes a difference,
It's a
yeah.
quarter of the time. So I'm still 15 minutes left to go. But it was funny. But to your point, some of the jokes I had heard already, that did kind of turn me off a little bit.
Yeah, and
Because
that
when
was
they talked about like the when he said. They asked him like, "You got an older brother? Like, how old is your brother?" Like, as if it wasn't.
That's true.
And I was like, "Man, we know this." And like the
That's
real
true.
people who watch you, like, I know that you. So don't play it off like you don't. Like, this is the first time you had this conversation. Like,
But
it
that's
felt
the-
like it was supposed to be
okay, I get that.
improv-ish, and it didn't feel improv-ish because of that. You know what I'm saying?
I get that, but the reason I didn't judge them against that is because just like a stand-up comedian flushes out his
That's
jokes,
facts.
these are tried and tested. These are the most viral jokes. They gave us some of the most viral jokes that we already saw from 2
That's
years
true.
ago.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
It was for newcomers.
got
it
his
was for
grandbrother.
newcomers. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
even though I feel you 100% because
Yeah.
when they did the whole like I have a brother that's 70
72,
years
yeah,
old.
grandbrother and
I was
shit,
like,
yeah.
we already went through this whole thing, but
But it's because of
cool.
it's because
I
of
know-
how they set it up to me.
Yeah.
Because they set it up like it was brand
we
new.
saw the inception of the joke.
You know what I'm saying? But
We saw the
yeah.
inception of the joke. Now we see
Yeah.
the refined version of the joke. But we enjoyed the
inception of it because it was so pure. It was
Yeah.
so, you know what I'm saying? So that's the stuff that kind of turned me off. But I'm biased. I'm still gonna give him a good grade because I fuck with him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
You kind of have to.
yeah.
Can we
Yeah.
play that clip?
Yeah.
I want to see that.
Oh yeah, my fault. It's in the it's in the group
I'll
chat.
put it in the group chat.
All right, let me pull it up.
Yeah, but when that person said it was trash, I mean, and then she did,
won't trash.
She
Definitely
didn't
not.
want to. She didn't say it was trash, but she did one of those reviews that like were hurt your feelings. It was like it was like a 40-plus-year-old woman's review. It was, I went to this and my expectations were high and I was really excited.
Yeah.
And I'm sad to say that you disappointed me. I was like, when I read that first comment, I was like, God damn,
It's like, yeah, Loon's grandmother.
yeah, bro. I was like, I felt like that hurt my feelings. It's called Ghetto Legends. That's right.
All right, we'll run this clip real quick.
Boy, y'all like niggas that shaped like gunshot victims?
I know you ain't talking. Nigga drink insurance in the morning. Shut your ass.
Boy,
Wait.
Boy,
You
you
doing
built
them
like
insurance
that.
out that small feature.
Stop. We supposed to be brothers.
No, but for real, you built like a healthy crackhead.
Yeah, I built like T.I. when he walked.
I just gonna
What you say, partner?
Real shit. Don't he look like he about to say, nephew, I ain't on that shit no more. Look at me.
All right, now, Carlo, you get 2 more. Let me
more.
do them insurance out that small refrigerator right there.
2 more? I only got 2 more.
What about Chico? Look at his back.
Oh Lord. Now y'all niggas gonna put me in it.
Even keep roasting me.
Leave me alone, DC. You built like a curling iron, nigga.
Nigga, you go swimming with all your clothes on. Ugly ass boy, the fuck?
Boy, you look like a windshield wiper.
I seen your
Chico,
back.
you keep the hat on because the top of your head got a soft spot.
But got cradle cap.
Hey, fuck you.
Talking about that dandruff. That's cradle cap.
It was cold that day. I had to wash my shit. Fuck y'all
That
niggas.
nigga need to drink some breast milk.
We friends now.
Y'all friends again? Oh, good fucking job.
You know we gotta talk shit about you.
Assholes.
nigga. Your shirt got a shirt on.
Nigga, this is leather.
Trying to hide that back.
This is all the first half too.
If I got
This sounds
shot,
like
you gotta
first
hit my
half
car.
shit. You still getting warmed up.
Yeah, you know what I mean. They were cooking by the second half. I would say.
I'm glad that we played that clip though, because that other part, the other thing that messed me up was when Chico kept saying we supposed to be brothers. It felt like a bit, like it felt too
Oh,
much
yeah,
like he
yeah.
was
I've
doing
heard
a
him
bit.
say something like that before. He gets
Yeah.
into that black pride bag and it just feels
Feels
like a
forced.
bag.
Yeah,
It felt a little-
yeah.
felt a little forced.
But I mean,
Overall, it was still good though. Don't get me wrong. Don't let this turn you off though. This is
Yeah.
like, don't let this turn you off.
No,
I
I'm
still
not
recommend to
horny at all.
watch.
I'm very turned off.
I will say that they seem to be using the first half jokes as the promo clips though. So maybe that might not be the best move.
Nah.
I think they should be taking more promo clips from the second half.
It depends. You also don't want to show your hand.
True.
You get what I mean?
'Cause
Like
if they
you show
knew
the
that sec-
highlights in the fucking
Ooh.
promo.
Coming from niggas who had to like rhyme to diss people on stage before for television. This was a little weak. Now I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
Like, you know how creative
'cause-
they've had to get in the past?
Yeah, because we know what you can do for a commercial audience because you did Wild 'N Out for 10 years. And that's for everybody. So I guess, I don't know. Look, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
this shit is tricky.
it's tricky. It's tricky. It's
Hey,
tricky.
this is the trials and tribulations of being a comedian. Sometimes you're gonna go on that stage
And that's another thing.
and
too,
you're gonna
yeah.
bomb. It might be a little stale. You might kill. You might use the same jokes here that they went crazy over here, but these niggas just not giving you a giggle.
That's true.
And they
what
still
this part is.
still kick down a huge door for podcasters
Absolutely.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Netflix collaborations.
They just got a
For
few
sure.
blisters in their foot. You know, that's what
Yeah.
happens when you kick down the door for the first
See,
time.
when they get their second one, I think their second one's gonna go crazy. Like I think it was a good first one. I think their second one they really gonna go crazy.
They're
They
showing
need to
what they
make
can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got to give the whole
It's the
range.
pilot.
And then now on their second one, I think they can get raunchier. They don't have to get raunchier, but they
Loosen
can really.
up. They looked a little stiff up there. You
Yeah.
feel
Exactly,
me? Like, it was
exactly.
all, I don't know, man.
But yeah, 85 South though.
Bright lights.
85 South. They
Ghetto-
did it. They
Ghetto
definitely
legends.
set a precedent for. They definitely hit a nice little benchmark for all
For
podcasts
everybody.
for everybody
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
They
You
definitely
might fuck around
established
and see
something.
Home Rule on HBO Max
Hey, no kizzy.
in the
Homeroom
investigative
University. You know what I'm
in
saying?
the detective section.
HU.
I think the last thing that I have is
Selling Letterman soon.
yeah, facts.
Hell no.
The
My fault.